Hey everybody, I'm 71. My husband is 76. My parents are in their late 90s. And my dog, Olivia, she's 16. So let's talk about aging. Today our topic is aging, but older people are happier. The talk will be divided into 3 parts: the introduction to the presenters, the summaries of the 3 talks, and comparison of 3 talks. First, let's look at these 3 beautiful ladies. Isabel, she's a novelist about human living with passionate commitment to love and commitment to the world. Her uncle, Salvador, was the president of Chile. And the second is Laura Carstensen. She is a director of Stanford Center on Longevity. She focuses on people over 50, how they have their well-beings. And Jane Fonda, so far she has 3 careers: the Oscar winning for Best Actress twice, the Puru Fitness, and the Impassioned Activist. The second part comes the summary of these 3 talks. For Isabel, she tells us how to live passionately no matter your age. She said old people can gain spirit and freedom and stay passionately, live mindfully, and be present at the moment. For Laura, she's a professor, and she conveyed 4 researchers in this presentation. She said older people are happier because more people are acceptable of the mixed emotions, the happiness and the sadness. They are more appreciative for what they have gained, and they are negotiable because they know what they should invest in. They should only invest in the important things. The third is the life's third act. Actress Fonda, she used a metaphor, third act, to demonstrate the last 3 decades of one's life. She said people, especially the old people, can turn spirit into wisdom, holiness, authenticity, and they should have the life review to free themselves from their past. And here comes the quantitative comparison between these 3 talks. We can learn from the chat that How to Live Passionately No Matter Your Age by Isabel is a grounded and humorous presentation full of self-mockery. And Laura devoted a lot into her 4 scientific researches. She used the statistics to make people convinced. However, these researches are not that understandable and a little bit hard for people to understand. For Jane Fonda, although she is the actress who has won Oscar twice, she didn't know how to present it in an easy way. She used traditional persuasive public speaking using long quotes and defined concepts, and seldom smile. But for Laura, she always smiled on her face, and Isabel, she smiled and mocking at herself. And here comes the qualitative comparison. We can learn from this chart that although Isabel used the shortest time, she gained most love. She gained 16 times of love applauses in 7 minutes. And the presence of other things like her PPT, her background, is the most frequent among these 3 talks. And the unfamiliar words between these 3 are also different. The actor Fonda, she used 9 unfamiliar words, and it is not that understandable to the audience. And let's look at the effect. At the end, Laura get 1.3 million, but Fonda get 2.5 million of views, and Isabel, she is 3.5 million. But the comment is very different. Maybe it's because the actress was famous before this presentation, she gained 13.6 million of the presentation. And let's get a conclusion on their performance. Laura, she is a knowledgeable professor who is using statistics to persuade others. But for Isabel, she is a smiling sharer, like your granny, telling your story how I, as the old woman, feel when I am 71. And Fonda, although she is the actress, she is a traditional elite. She is a persuader. She wants you to be convinced. So I like Isabel, and I want to divide her merits into three parts: the provoking ideals, the explicit demonstration, and attractive style. She used a lot of provoking expressions to express something I have never thought before. We rarely start aging at birth. We are aging right now, and we all experience it differently. We all feel younger than our real age, because the spirit never ages. I am still 17. I feel softer because I'm not scared of being vulnerable. I don't see it as weakness anymore. Before, death was in the neighborhood. Now it's next door or in my house. I try to live mindfully and be present in the moment. But these words are a little bit abstract. How she demonstrated? She used a lot of examples. The exemplification. From sixth person, the Mary Oliver, an American poet, to Sofia, an Italian actor, Olga, who is the child care granny, Ram Dass, who is a spiritual teacher, Grace, who devotes a lot to AIDS development, and Ethel, who made great contributions to childcare and parenting. From these people, no matter what fields they come from, no matter their background, they all help Isabel to demonstrate her speech to make people convinced and the speech more understandable. And let's look at her soundbite. Short but impressive. Aging is not about time. Aging is also attitude and health. When I feel flat and bored, I fake it. She pretended to ignore them. She pretended to be happy. My body may be falling apart, but my brain is not yet. I love my brain. Now it's our time, and it's a great time. For the old people, their old age is their great time. Last, let's look at her attractive style. Her speech is full of humor and its integral structure, and all based on the self-experience. She has a lot of clips for her human parts, and it's just one of them.
You know, for a vain female like myself, it's very hard to age in this culture. Inside, I feel good. I feel charming, seductive, sexy. Nobody else sees that. I'm invisible. I want to be the center of attention. I hate to be invisible.
So she used this humor, this self-mockery, to express that she doesn't want to be ignored. Although she's old, she's sexy, confident, and impressive. Don't you think so?
And on a final note, retirement in Spanish is jubilación, jubilation, celebration. We have paid our dues, we have contributed to society, now it's our time. And it's a great time. Unless you are ill or very poor, you have choices. I have chosen to stay passionate, engaged, with an open heart. I'm working on it every day. Want to join me? Thank you.
For the ending, just like I have mocked her beginning at first, Her ending is also very interactive. In her beginning, he said, "Hi kids," but in her ending, she asked, "Want to join me? Want to be as old as me? Want to be the same happy as me?" She let the audience get into her speech. She made everybody interactive. And that's her success. Let's conclude. Her attractive style, full of humor, self-mockery, and integral structure, and her provoking ideals all build her success. And that's the way I want to go further. Thank you.